Here we go. And again.
And talking with 1349.
Yes. I am fine, thank you. How about yourself?
Not so bad. I think the heat gets better today, but never mind. You're playing tomorrow?
That's correct. Late at night headlining, I think it's the Temple stage.
I think it'd be pretty good. I think you'll get a good crowd now, actually.
Right.
Looking forward to it?
Oh, definitely. We haven't played here since 2011, I think. So it's good to be back in France. Usually very good crowds here, very energetic. And when you play extreme music, you need a lot of energy to feed back to the crowd.
Yeah. And you're a very visual band as well.
Well, we do have the corpse paint, and I have the robes, and we all have the spikes and the leather and all the metal outfit, yes.
Yeah, and the eyes as well, you do, don't you? The lenses.
No, I never do that.
You don't do it? Oh.
No, people don't see my eyes under this.
Under it, right.
No, I don't have to.
Oh, you get away with it then?
Yeah. We like our own eyes.
And you've just released your new album.
Yes.
And it's called
Massive Cauldron of Chaos.
Massive Cauldron of Chaos.
Yes.
Excellent.
That actually sounds very good said out loud.
Yeah, it does. And what do you feel about this album?
Well, here's the thing with 1349 is, if you're gonna do a new album, it has to be better than the previous one, otherwise it's no use doing it. There's enough mediocrity out there, so if you're gonna do something, do it properly and do it better than what you've done before. So yes, so far this is the pinnacle of 1349's career.
And is it like a concept album with a story going through it, or is it just a group of songs that you really feel strongly that are good?
It's there's no kind of red thread going through the whole concept album, but it's a collection of very good songs that go well together, of course.
It's a good album.
Oh yes, I can say, well, glad you enjoyed it.
Chance to go in and listen, but he did, so that's good. That's good. And have you got a particular favourite track of the album?
Well, today was actually the first time I heard it in the finished version, but the title track, I love the title track. If I can go off on a side note here, and when I recorded the bass for the title track, I had this horrific migraine attack, right?
Oh, no.
And I'm like, suffering my way through, and the engineers look at me like, all the notes are right, everything you've done is good, but here's the thing, this is the title track, give it some energy. And I'm like, fuck you, my head is killing me. And I got really angry and I played it again. And he's like, yeah, that's a take, and he plays it back to me like, yep, that's a very pissed off take right there. And it sounds so much better, so I had to go redo everything pissed off and with a migraine attack, and then
And I see that you've played with Celtic Frost a couple of times.
Oh yes.
Singing sung with you as a band as well, so you've got a very close relationship with them?
Yeah, we were lucky enough to meet Tom and Martin when we played in Switzerland back in 2004, actually. And when we came back in 2005, we convinced Tom to go on stage with us and play The Usurper. And then in 2006 we toured the US with Celtic Frost, which was, let's face it was great. I could go see Celtic Frost every day.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And Tom has been in studio with us producing 2 of our albums. We've done a couple of tours with Triptychon, his new and also wonderful band. New album was fucking killer.
And this new album, how is it just digital, CD, vinyl?
Well, the thing is, we are old-fashioned, and I mean, I grew up with vinyl, so
Way to go.
we release albums on vinyl. We've always done. I mean, even the first album, which was back with Candlelight in 2003, we were like, yeah, we want to release it on vinyl, and they're like, no one buys vinyl. We're like, we don't fucking care. We want vinyl, so we made it ourselves. And yeah.
It goes well.
Yeah.
So if you have more chance with the artwork or the vinyl cover.
Yeah, and I mean, there's it's about nowadays. It seems that downloading an MP3s is the way to go for people. But I mean, I like the physical experience of having a vinyl, opening up the cover, reading the lyrics, see, oh, it's that guy who did this, and blah blah blah. All the bullshit trivia, because I was a fanboy in my youth, like anyone else who plays metal.
Yeah.
So it's something about the physical, actually having a vinyl, having an album, and then listening to it, and this kind of sacrament feeling of sitting down, needle goes down, listening, not just I'm sitting here checking my Facebook and then there's some music on this tiny piece. Doesn't work. Gotta be.
And who did you get to do the artwork for?
His name was Johannes Øye, I think. I haven't really been in contact with him. It was the vocalist who handled but he did very good work. It's very chaotic and interesting. I think. Hang on a sec.
Hold up. Oh yeah, and that's the same as on the cover. Brilliant.
I think so.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I like that. That goes really well.
Yeah.
So, where are you playing after here?
Well, there's some festivals going on later in the year in Switzerland, at least. I know we're doing something. Hopefully, once the album is out, we can go touring in Europe. We haven't toured Europe since 2005, so it's about time. And of course, the US. And hopefully next summer we'll do the lot of the festivals. But right now it's just been Hellfest, which is a very good, very big festival. So it's great to be here.
When you have time off, what do you do to relax at home?
Well, here's the thing. I live in a small village.
Yeah.
When I'm at home, I mean, when I'm not playing music, I work my ass off mostly. And then when I'm at home, I have gardening to do. Gardening and house maintenance and, you know, life stuff. That's not very metal, but very much life. And so what I'm gonna do for relaxing, well, there's the kitchen garden. I'm thinking of planting an apple tree. Of course, I have a studio in the basement, so I'm gonna release and record and release a solo album eventually. But enough about that. But yeah, the apple tree is kind of the next big relaxation project at the moment.
And do you keep fit much? Do you exercise much?
My wife is a yoga teacher, so I'm working on it, right? I will get fit eventually. However, I need to maintain a certain. When you do extreme metal, you get fit either you want it or not, sort of, because it takes a lot out of you, and you gotta be in good shape. But of course, I'm not much of a fitness guy. I'm a musician. I'm comfy.
And besides Celtic Frost, if there's any band in the world that you could get on stage and jam with, who would it be?
Oh, that's a tough one. Because I never really, the fanboy syndrome didn't hit me so hard. I don't have so many idols as such, so I can't really give you a good answer to that.
So if there was anybody playing this weekend, you thought, I wouldn't mind getting on stage with them. Would there anybody from the bands? Black Sabbath, Deep Purple?
Yeah, Black Sabbath would be fun. Deep Purple would, there are lots of bands. It would be fun to be on stage with a lot of bands, but there's no one band that can boom, I have to do that, because
it'd be interesting, I think, you with Black Sabbath, you and Ozzy see together. I think that would work.
Yeah, but if I would have, a bit this performance anxiety because Geesa Butler would be playing bass, and then I would be like, I can't top this guy. He invented what I'm doing. I can't top this guy. Same with Motorhead, of course. I mean, Lem is there.
Yeah.
I got all my shit from him. I stole everything from him.
And out of all the venues you've played so far, which is your favourite? You'd really like to go back and do again?
Now, here's the thing about playing metal, right? Is in general. And I'm not saying this to be mean to people who own and run venues worldwide, but when it comes to venues, most of them are not particularly nice. They are not places I would like to visit much, except, I mean, I've had great crowds in shitty places, and that's always great, but when it comes to, well, actually, BB King's in New York, they have this gospel brunch where you eat and there's some gospel bands playing, and then they clear that off the stage, and then it's metal concerts. But they have very good brunch. So yeah, I'd go back for that.
It's not necessarily the big venues that are the best ones. Sometimes the little intimate ones that really go down.
Oh yeah, and usually the crowds, especially when you play extreme music and you need to feed energy off the crowds, then sometimes smaller venues give you much more, especially if people are into it and they are reacting and responding to the music. Then 50 people in a small room can do much more than 5,000 who have no energy and no...
And with the audience that you have you noticed that the age ranges go from one end to another, or is it a particular age range that come to see you?
Well, depends on where we play, right? Depends on countries, and because in Finland everybody and their grandmother comes to shows, right? Metal shows, because in Finland metal is life, right? But rest of the world, it seems to be 20, 30 somethings, mostly.
Yeah. Excellent. Anyway, I have to wrap it up, I'm afraid.
No, it's okay.
Thank you very much for taking time to talk to me today.
You're
and,
welcome.
Have a brilliant show tomorrow.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to it.